Give the gift of a delicious burger from Bulldog Burger. A soup and sandwich from Sweet Pepper's Deli. Appetizers and cocktails from the grill. Give the gift of a delicious burger from Bulldog Burger. A soup and sandwich from Sweet Pepper's Deli. Appetizers and cocktails from the grill. Or even a wood-fired steak from Harvey's. Choice is the perfect gift. An all-in-one gift card from Eat With Us.
When choosing a dentist for our family, Tupelo Smiles was the answer for us. They greet us with warm smiles right when we walk in the door, and they make us feel so welcome. We love Tupelo Smiles.
Mississippi's trusted weather experts. This is Mississippi Live Weather at 10.
Friday night here in the Magnolia State, and we are all waiting in anticipation heading into our Saturday as the first ever college football playoff game happening in Mississippi happens tomorrow. And we are excited for it. Crimson Tide fans probably a little anxious right now watching the Alabama Crimson Tide playing in the fourth quarter. A heated matchup, 27-24 last I saw. And that, of course, in the fourth quarter, we'll have updates that I have here behind the scenes, and we'll keep you guys updated here through the broadcast. But I know you have us on the phone and the game on the TV. Completely understand. But welcome into Mississippi Live Weather at 10. We're so glad you joined us. I'm meteorologist Gabe Maynor, and we have an action-packed weekend, but not in the ways that you'd expect. And we'll explain that here in just a moment. So heading into your Saturday morning, you probably could walk outside and feel it right now. Another cold start to the day. That doesn't last forever, no, because beyond that, things are going to warm up and make for a picture-perfect playoff game there in Oxford as the Ole Miss Rebels take on the Tulane Green Wave. Temperatures warm up so nicely tomorrow, so by the time you wake up, honestly, just sleep until the afternoon because that's when the warmer air will be here, and it's so much more of a bearable forecast. But speaking of warm, what's Santa bringing for Christmas? Well, someone asked for it, and that is the warmer weather. We're talking the latest on those temperatures coming up here in the Room to Room Weather Center in just a moment. The first 12, as we head overnight, 34 degrees by 11, continuing to remain in those low to mid 30s across North Mississippi. Those clear skies going to allow for some of that heat to escape, so no surprise why it's as cool as it is. But getting into tomorrow, look at the jump. 8 a.m. 37 degrees, 11 a.m. 53. And the big driver in that forecast, those southerly winds bringing in that warmer air as well as that sunshine, that pairing undefeated whenever it comes to bringing in that warmer weather. And we're getting exactly that here in the Magnolia State, not just here in North Mississippi, but the entire state. As we look at outside right now, 36 degrees there in the Smithville area. Monroe County, been a dry forecast all day long, continues to be so overnight, and that's what's allowing that cooling to take place, potentially going below freezing there in Monroe County. And that includes parts of Smithville, Kosciuszko, 36 degrees, 30-degree dew point. So with that dew point remaining below freezing, that's how much room we have to cool off. Not going to be surprised at all if we do get into the low 30s, potentially upper 20s there in northwest Alabama, depending on how quickly that air can cool off. In Pontotoc, 36 degrees, dew point at 28. I do want to say a clear sky across North Mississippi. It's hard to see, but trust me, there are several stars up there, and it is a star forecast for sure, that gold star forecast. You remember back in school whenever you did really well and the teachers gave you a star, at least that's what I heard from people that did well back in school. They definitely got those gold stars, and I would say this forecast follows suit. Our Mississippi Live Weather radar stays on the drier side overnight, and that continues to be the theme of our weekend, at least for the start of the weekend. Been experiencing that all day long, a little bit of those clear air returns there from our Monroe County radar site. But compared to what we saw yesterday around this time, we're grateful. Grateful that it's not as bad as what we had yesterday evening. Satellite imagery shows those clear conditions. Expanding this out, you can see that there is a layer of moisture for sure out there in Oklahoma, where, of course, the Sooners and Crimson Tide are in a heated battle, but also out there in New Mexico and Salt Lake City. This is where a lot of the moisture resides as that frontal system starts to develop, and that'll bring some of that action down here to North Mississippi. But that's going to be in the extended forecast. Right now, I mean, if we track the distance on this, we're talking 768 miles or so. So yeah, a decent ways away. And so high pressure continues to remain our story at least for the next 24 hours before that front moves overhead. So let's go ahead and track that out on our surface analysis and futurecast. So the southerly winds, because we are on the west side of the high pressure, allowing for that warmer air to return to North Mississippi. But I mean, it is just a dry and clear forecast for sure. Breezy conditions out there in Norman. I heard the announcer say it during the game. It's a breezy forecast out here, and I know they're experts when it comes to sports, but it doesn't take an expert when it comes to weather to realize just how windy it is out there, and that's affecting the game in some form or fashion. But as we get into our Saturday morning, waking up and heading out the door, if you do have an early start, going to be cold, but those skies are going to be stunning. If you have a good shot of the sunrise, we want those pictures here at Mississippi Live Weather. Do so through the Mississippi Live Weather app, and we will showcase that with meteorologist Caleb Edelblut coming up on your Saturday evening. As we keep rocking with that forecast throughout our Saturday, a little bit more breezy out here in North Mississippi, getting anywhere from, I said 5 to 10 earlier. I think that was underdoing it. 10 to 15 miles an hour, some gusts up to 20. I mean, you can see those wind barbs, some of the longer tails, meaning that it's going to be some stronger gusts. But as we get into our Saturday late morning, early afternoon, still with those breezy conditions out of the south, that's building that moisture back into the area. And you have this lifting mechanism with this front that's going to drive at least some limited chances for showers heading into our Saturday night and Sunday morning. And we'll track that out here in just a moment. But a little sneak peek, those 10% chances by about 10 p.m. on your Saturday. But 6 a.m., 33 degrees. And we talked about the warm up. I mean, this is a night and day forecast. You're going to wake up Saturday morning and immediately go back inside. And by the time you come back out, it's going to be completely changed. So the later you get out and about, the warmer it'll be. 61 degrees by 3 p.m. It is going to be a spectacular forecast. And of course, we'll talk more details about this coming up here in the next 60. But we do know that first round playoff matchup happening tomorrow. What to expect for our Rebel fans heading out there to Oxford. We'll have the latest details coming up for you live from the Room to Room Weather Center for Mississippi Live Weather at 10.
As a bankruptcy firm, Mitchell, Cunningham & Bowling realizes many people are worried about their finances. We're here to guide you through the next steps to restart your life with easy video appointments. New clients don't have to leave home to get information about becoming debt-free. Also, convenient in-office appointments are available at the low cost of $340 upfront for a Chapter 13. You can be on your way to being debt-free. Contact Mitchell, Cunningham & Bowling today or visit our website at mcdebtfree.com. We are here to help you.
The bravest thing that my dad has done has been going back to school.
It wasn't when he first enlisted, it was when he found his first support group.
The bravest thing she did is when she asked for help.
If you're a family of 4, 5,
or 6, 7,
Merry Christmas from Mississippi Live Weather.
That was good.
I think that was the one.
Okay.
There we go.
Oh, you guys didn't do it.
No, we didn't.
All right, well, welcome back into the Room to Room Weather Center. I was looking to kind of get you guys an updated score there from Alabama and Oklahoma. Alabama has ball, 7.5 minutes left in the fourth, 27-24 over the Oklahoma Sooners right now. So we'll see who prevails. I know we have some Crimson Tide fans there in the chat, so we'll see what happens for sure. But I'm excited to see how that ending goes. Going to try and not keep you guys too long so that way you can go and finish the end of the game. But the forecast heading into our Saturday, we know that's the Magnolia State first round matchup and the first one ever in Mississippi. So we're excited to talk the latest details on that forecast. Now, Diane in Pontotoc submitted this beautiful photo, but the biggest thing that stands out, look at how much blue skies there are, along with a little bit of cloud cover. But my word, it was a stunning picture there in Pontotoc. And a big thank you to Diane, our weather watcher out in the field, for submitting that photo. Not only was it in North Mississippi, it was also in Northwest Alabama, Detroit, Alabama right there, still with those oranges on the horizon. I mean, just stunning sights. And we appreciate every bit of those sky pictures that you guys send us, whether it's sunrise, sunset, or just a stray cloud. We appreciate all of those here at Mississippi Live Weather, and we hope that you do send them to us so we can enjoy them with you. All right, let's get a look outside tonight, and as you can see, it is a calm night in Adenton, 32 degrees right now, so Oktibbeha County cooling off quicker than most, and it's going to remain right around freezing into those overnight hours. It's just because of how dry things are. Now, moisture does return to the forecast tomorrow along with those strong wind gusts, so we'll continue to keep eyes on that behind the scenes. Greenville, calm, clear, cool, that's for sure. Look at those stars there in the sky. I love seeing that on the North Mississippi Storm Chaser cameras. Again, a big thank you to them for allowing us to utilize them, but just a great looking sky for sure. Now, Oxford, this is on the Mississippi Department of Transportation camera, 37 degrees. Folks, still busy at 10 o'clock on Highway 6, and it's probably because they're gearing up for those tailgates happening tomorrow morning. You might think, well, it's December. It's too cold for a tailgate. Well, welcome to Mississippi, where we like to keep it warm at the end of December. 62 degrees first place, 61 by halftime, and mid-50s towards that final snap at kickoff. 2:30 on your Saturday. Tulane Green Wave coming to town to take on the Ole Miss Rebels. Going to be a great one. Even hanging out in the Grove before the game should be a great time as well if you were lucky enough to get some of those tickets. But you wouldn't believe that forecast looking at temperatures right now. Take a look. 34 Houston, 30 in Amory, 31 Columbus, 40 Belzona, and 37 Tunica. Yeah, we're warming up significantly in a very short time frame. That pattern shifting big time, and we're going to enjoy those warmer conditions as soon as our Saturday afternoon. We talked about it a moment ago. Radar pretty calm as we get into those overnight hours, and rainfall totals today have been basically non-existent. A lot of that moved through the area yesterday, and drier conditions pushed in right after that front. But the biggest thing with those dry conditions is the latest on the drought monitor, and you can still see level 3 drought right along I-55 in Water Valley, Oxford, Bruce, Grenada, even around the Batesville area. So folks still dealing with those drought conditions, and we understand it's frustrating. We need that rainfall, so we appreciate days like Thursday, not the severe aspects of it, but at least trying to get some of that moisture back into the forecast. So we'll take any bit of rainfall that we can get, and we do have a limited chance heading into our Sunday and Monday. We'll get to that here in just a moment. So day planner on your, I guess, Saturday morning at this point, midnight, 33 degrees, remaining around that same margin up until 6 a.m. So heading out the door, going to be a cold one, but notice the difference. 2-mile-an-hour winds up into about 5 miles an hour. And I know it's not huge. When you think about driving terms, 2 to 5 miles an hour doesn't really change much. But as we get further into the day, those breezes become a bit stronger, and then wind chill becomes more of an issue. So Futurecast on your Friday stays calm, stays clear. That's not really what we're worried about into our Friday night and Saturday morning. Still remains those temperatures, and temperatures will continue to cool off for folks that have been enjoying some more mild conditions into our Saturday morning. So as you can see right here, maybe a few thin cirrus clouds way high up in the atmosphere, but that's really the extent of our sky coverage. By the time we get towards our 6 o'clock commute, if we are waking up that early on Saturday, which some folks that are getting ready for the Grove definitely will, look at low temperatures you guys will be dealing with. 32 Houston, 31 Bruce, 33 in Oxford, so yeah, cold one there as well. 36 Greenwood and 37 around Cleveland. I'm going to take a step back, watch wind chill. Bump them down a couple of degrees, and upper 20s and low 30s. I know that's not a huge difference, but trust me, it's felt. Whenever you're dealing with winds in the forecast, to me, it makes the forecast that much more miserable, and I don't like dealing with it. I know a lot of folks don't either. I would rather it be cold and not windy than cold and windy. I mean, I think everyone would agree with that just because of that wind chill aspect. So let's keep Futurecast going. And you can see those winds getting a bit more breezy out of the south by 7:30. And if we carry this over into that mid-morning time frame, of course, those breezy conditions do remain in place. But cloud cover, non-existent, at least for the start of our Saturday. As we keep going into our afternoon forecast, those breezy conditions continue to build in place, but a little bit of that thin cloud cover working back into the forecast. Now, don't get me wrong. It'll be sunny all day long. It's going to be beautiful, and that's what's allowing that atmosphere to warm back up. But as we push more towards that late afternoon and early evening time frame, that's where this front is what we're watching for our next weather maker by the time we get into our Saturday night and Sunday morning. So enjoy it at the game with those dry, warm, and great conditions as Ole Miss takes on Tulane, looking like a great forecast out there in Oxford, even by the finale of the game, where hopefully we're celebrating a Rebel victory and the first Mississippi playoff victory in the college football playoff era. But we are watching those limited rain chances overnight, so don't party too long. Otherwise, you might be caught in a shower or two. High temperatures Saturday, 62 Tupelo, 64 Water Valley, 66 Greenwood, and 63 Louisville. I mean, this is just a chef's kiss of a forecast, a great looking sight, and one that we'll definitely be soaking up as we get into those afternoon plans. Reiterating that forecast tomorrow, plenty of sunshine, plenty of warm air, 62 first play, 56 towards that final snap. A bit breezy at the start, but calming down as we get towards that afternoon time frame. All right, let's go ahead and track this out, this frontal boundary, as we get into those overnight hours. So I'm going to bring it actually back into North Mississippi and look at the showers, basically lining up with that cold front by 9 p.m., gradually working their way through the northern part of Mississippi. Not going to be surprised to see a few sprinkles, a few light showers as well, but I don't think that the rainfall is going to be overly high or anything that has any flooding potential attached to it. It's just going to be those sprinkles working their way through the area attached to that boundary right there, that frontal boundary. Now by 3 a.m., some moderate showers not an impossibility, lining up pretty well with Highway 6 right there, and even down south around Grenada and Winona by 3 a.m. So if you hear that rainfall, don't be surprised. If you're like me, just makes sleeping that much better. And especially during those overnight hours, with no rumbles of thunder. I mean, that is a relaxing Sunday morning for sure. Speaking of Sunday morning, those showers do try to linger in the forecast, but work their way out of the region by about 10, 11 a.m. and really into that noontime hour. Now, I will say the HRRR model keeps a lot of these showers a little bit more north than what our strike model was showing a moment ago. So I would say south of Highway 82 is that best potential, but north of there, you're staying pretty much on the drier side. And that carries over to the afternoon as well, but those showers do thin up just a bit and not going to be as impactful by those mid to late afternoon timeframes. But then we get more moisture moving back into the forecast. And this is going to be attached to all of this moisture down south towards Jackson, Meridian, Hattiesburg, and Monroe, Louisiana. So that working its way north into North Mississippi with a limited chance of showers on our Monday as well. But even with the moisture, high temperatures going to be unaffected. We're still remaining in the upper 50s and low 60s with 58 Starkville, Amory, Tupelo, 59 Grenada, 57 Cleveland, and 60 Greenwood, 61 Belzona, and Kosciuszko. Well above our normal, as has been the case for the past few days and as will be the case for the next several days. Again, look at your low temperatures. Sunday, 45 degrees, Monday, 39, and then we are just jumping up to the low 50s Tuesday morning, continuing to climb mid-50s there by Friday, but your Christmas Eve and your Christmas Day, mid-50s for the start of the day. So anyone wishing for a white Christmas, mid-50s is not going to cut it, especially for those starting temperatures, but high temperatures, they emphasize the story a little bit more. So you can see low 60s Saturday, upper 50s Sunday, Monday with that limited moisture we do have. Tuesday, another big jump, 68 degrees for highs, 71 Wednesday, 72 on Thursday. Christmas not shaping up to be anything that I think any of us want. So I'm dreaming of a white Christmas. No. Here in Mississippi, we say, I'm dreaming of a warm Christmas. Exactly. Because it is just going to be a toasty forecast. 73 in Bruce on your Christmas afternoon, 75 Houston, 71 Booneville, 72 Water Valley, Clarksdale, Greenville, 73 Belzona. Yeah, so will it be a white Christmas? No, that's the answer. That's just point blank simple. Don't go to North Mississippi if you're looking for any bit of snow. It is just going to be a warm one. And Santa, I'm pretty sure he'll be coming with some shorts and t-shirts at that point. That fluffy suit not going to cut it here in North Mississippi. So that forecast, warmer into next week, but drier. And that's at least one benefit we'll take with our Christmas forecast is the fact that it's going to be dry. So we don't have to worry about any hazardous conditions, any slick roadways, anything of that nature. And we will definitely take that. But speaking of slick conditions, we do have a giveaway happening right now. Let me go ahead and pull this one out real quick. This is a partnership that we have with the Cadence Bank Arena that we are giving away 4 ice skating tickets. And if you missed our 5 o'clock broadcast where we talked a little bit about this, we have a giveaway going on. And the way that you enter is by going to Matt Laupon's Facebook page. Just search Matt Laupon on Facebook and it'll pull up his page. Click that. Go to the pinned post on basically the first post that you'll see, and it says Ice Skating Giveaway. You enter that by liking the post, sharing it, and commenting what you want for Christmas. And it could be some cold weather. It could be, who knows what, a toy train. I'm trying to think of what I want right now. I need a new basketball and new basketball shoes. I always want new basketball shoes. But if you comment any of that, if I went in there and I commented new basketball shoes, then I would be submitted, or then I would have put my application in to win the tickets. So that's what we want you guys to do. Go ahead and submit your like, share, and comment, and then we'll have you on the list to potentially win one of the 4 tickets that we have here at Mississippi Live Weather. Again, a big thank you to Cadence Bank Arena for partnering with us on this, and we cannot wait to give that away to 4 of you guys here in North Mississippi that get to enjoy some of the ice skating there at Cadence Bank. It's going to be a great time, so go ahead and join the contest. Should be a good time. Oh, and the winner will be announced Monday at the 6 o'clock broadcast here live on Mississippi Live Weather. We're going to put all the names in a hat and draw 4 of them out, and those winners will be announced at the end of the 6 o'clock broadcast come Monday. So stay tuned to Mississippi Live Weather for the very latest. I do want to note, saw Pat updating me in the chat. Alabama 34, Oklahoma 24. So 10-point lead now with 5:48 left, and yes, so we'll see what happens. Boomer Sooner, not looking too good. We'll see what happens. But I know our Roll Tide fans are happy. Folks saying go Ole Miss, and It's going to be a fun time tomorrow here in the Magnolia State. Excited about that matchup for sure. We're going to keep updates on that here at Mississippi Live Weather. Get that free app today, and you'll keep updated on that forecast heading out the door to the Grove to cheer on the Rebels. But if you're looking to just get some outdoor activities done as well, another great reason to have the app. Keeps you updated on those outdoor conditions, iOS and Android. Go ahead and download that with the QR codes on the bottom of your screen today. Our next broadcast happening at 6 and 10 on our weekend schedule. Again, it's the only broadcast that we have, but it tells you everything you need to know. And with it being such a calm pattern, we don't expect any more cut-ins beyond that point, but we will keep you updated on the app throughout the day with brief forecast videos, and you can just pull that up on the app, easily accessible. And again, speaking of the app, submit those weather watcher pictures. Going to be a beautiful sunrise tomorrow, going to be a beautiful sunset tomorrow. We want all of that here at here at Mississippi Live Weather, and meteorologist Caleb Edelblut will definitely appreciate that. You guys have a great night. Have a spectacular Saturday. Keep those layers around for the morning, but enjoy the great temperatures by the afternoon, and we'll see you back here at Mississippi Live Weather at 6.
You're not going to get it all right. Just make sure you nail the big stuff.
Mama!
Like making sure your kids are in the right seat for their age and size. Get it right at nhtsa.gov/the right seat.
Even though Gabe grew up in Alabama, Mississippi has now become his home and his family. And one thing about Gabe is he keeps his family safe.